So I wanted to talk today about how we can turn our little inner voice into the best life coach ever. And this is tagging on to the video I did at the last video about how that inner voice is often giving us really bad advice, and therefore I've called it the worst life coach ever. So what we need to turn it into the best life coach ever is two things. The first is that we need awareness. Awareness of when we're starting to have that tension building inside, when we're starting to get irritated or frustrated or feeling a little bit overwhelmed, when you're stuck in a long line and you're in a hurry, or you're starting to get a little overwhelmed at work, or you're on the 26th minute of being on a customer service hold line, and you can feel that tension starting to arise, that worst life coach ever wanting to come out. And in that moment of becoming aware of the tension, instead of berating ourselves, instead of talking down to ourselves, talking negatively, making the situation worse, just talking nicely to ourselves, using words that are encouraging, positive words, not deluding ourselves that we're in a difficult situation. Words like, "Oh, honey, this is tough, isn't it? We're going to get through this. It's okay. We've been here before. I know you're doing a good job. You're doing great. Just keep going a little bit longer. We're almost there." Because what it does, and it's so simple, isn't it? Just talking nicely to ourselves, but it really has a powerful effect. So the first thing it does is that it snaps us out of that fear trance and brings us back into the present moment. We are always better when we're in the present moment. And the second thing it does is that when we talk nicely to ourselves, it dramatically reduces the rate at which we're thinking. So the space just naturally opens up between our thoughts, giving us a lot more clarity. And it also reduces the activity in the fear centers of our brain, so hopefully preventing us from having an emotional outburst, which is only going to cause more problems later. And then the fourth thing that it does is that it starts to bring our prefrontal cortex back online. And we can't think critically or rationally or solve complex problems without our prefrontal cortex. So it's such a simple thing to talk nicely to ourselves, but it is so incredibly powerful. This is how you maintain equanimity and inner peace, even in the face of challenging situations.